Hi, this is Jesseline, and this video is over how to approximate irrational numbers. We know now what an irrational number is. If you do not, please go and watch the intro videos to rational and irrational numbers. But in a quick review, an irrational number cannot be written in fraction form. It does two things. It goes on forever, and it also never repeats. So all square roots are irrational except for perfect square roots. Like a perfect square root is square root of 36 because 6 times 6 is 36. So the square root of 36 is 6. So that's what you call a perfect square. But all perfect squares are rational and everything else is irrational. So what we want to do to approximate is we kind of want to rewrite the number line. So I'm going to show you how to rewrite it, a number line. So we're going to have our normal number line here where we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we'll go to 9. And then up top I'm going to write its values as a square root. So the square root of 1 is also still 1. The square root of the square root of 1 is also 1. The square root of 4 is also 2. So I'm just rewriting our whole numbers as their perfect square. So 3's perfect square is the square root of 9 because the square root of 9 is 3. 4's perfect square is the square root of 16 because the square root of 16 is 4. So I'm still writing, these are still the same values. Square root of 16 is 4. I'm just rewriting them as their perfect squares. So this would be square root of 25. This would be square root of 36. This would be square root of 49, square root of 64, and square root of 81. So now I have this nice little number line that I can now estimate. So square root of 7, so since it's written in square root form, I'm going to look at my square roots. And square root of 7 is going to lie between square root of 4 and square root of 9. Well, is 7 closer to 4 or is 7 closer to 9? It's closer to 9, right? So which means that square root of 7, if we look down here, it's closer to 9, but it's in between the whole numbers 2 and 3 because square root of 4 represents 2, square root of 9 represents 3. But since it's closer to square root of 9, that means it's closer to square root of 3. So we can approximate it, and I'm going to say it's closer to square root to 3. So that means it has to be greater than 2.5. So I'm going to approximate it at like 2.7. I'm just looking to see if you make it greater than 2.5 and make it closer to the whole number of 3 or the closer to the whole number of 2. Okay? So let's look at square root of 74. So we're looking at our square root of 74, square root of 74. Oh,